Hello, classmates. Welcome to another episode of Middle Class Film Class Movie Review Edition. I'm your host for today, Pete.
I'm Tyler.
And no Joseph over here today. On this week's episode, we're talking about the second entry for post-apocalyptic dystopia July. Today we're covering one of my favorites from the mid-90s, starring Kevin Costner, directed by Kevin Reynolds. Is that his name?
Yeah, I think so.
Today we're covering Waterworld. Oh yeah, we're doing the 3-minute summary.
You Jason! We're the key to the city now.
If I let you out of here, you're taking us with you.
Sure. That made a hole. We're all having a real lousy day. Gotta keep an eye out for that icky freak. Real good, yeah. Well? Yeah, I like it better than you realize.
Much better.
Hello.
How many people have you killed?
Including little girls? Come on in here. Hey! No way and no how. Come on! I'm the deacon. You want to come over here and sit on my lap? How about
Ew.
the figure? Now that tattoo on your back.
The way to dry land.
Now we're getting someplace.
I'll help you climb up.
It's me, Airbud's boat owner.
What? What do you got in mind?
Cut it off from back, stretch it, mount it.
I saw the land.
That's so ridiculous.
Row for a month before they figure out I'm faking it. What is it? Why aren't you rowing? You know, he's like a turd that won't flush.
Bluffing? He never bluffs.
Shut up! You know, I don't think you're gonna drop that torch, my friend. Because you're not crazy. Oh, thank God.
The best scene.
That's so good. Fucking bungee jump. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
Yeah,
All right, that's Waterworld in a nutshell.
pretty much.
Pretty much, now we show's over. It was pretty good. Good conversation we had there.
Hopefully we don't get copyright stricken for that.
Fuck, who cares? We're not making money on this shit anyways. So Waterworld, 1995. This is a what I call a 90s classic. I think this is a classic. There's nothing quite like Waterworld except Mad Max.
Yeah.
This is directed by Kevin Reynolds, written originally by Peter Roder, and then eventually tightened up and rewritten by David Twohy. Starring Kevin Costner, Gene Triplehorn, and Dennis Hopper. Also in the cast, we have, let's see here, who else we got that's of note? Jack Black as a pilot. Michael Jeter as Old Gregor. He's the helicopter pilot guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, who's most famously known as Mr. Jangle's owner and Airbud's owner.
Yeah, isn't he in Jurassic Park 3 too?
Yep, he's in Jurassic Park 3 too. And he's also the cross-dressing friend in Fisher King.
Yes, Fisher King.
Yeah. Kim Coates as one of the drifters. I like him a lot. And then who's the girl? What is her name? Tina Majorino.
Okay. You had the documentary about the making of this movie, and I didn't know the little girl's actress name, Tina Margarino. Is that
Majorino.
Margarino? What a name!
Yeah, it's a cool name.
Yeah.
And she plays Deb in Napoleon Dynamite.
Oh,
Same actress. So Waterworld is basically an unabashed ripoff of Mad Max set on the water. And that's directly from Peter Rader, who basically said, everyone's wanting to cash in on this Mad Max thing.
yeah.
It's post-apocalyptic dystopia, future set in the middle of nowhere. It's a really cheap movie to make. Sets are just barren wasteland, so it doesn't have to look good. Costumes are literally just rags.
Yeah.
And it's cheap. He basically said he was on a boat with friends one time in an offshore fishing excursion with some friends, and it just hit him. How about we do it on the water? And when he contacted one of his friends, a producing friend, he said, "You idiot! That's going to cost like $5 million." Well, after Universal got involved, and Kevin Costner, who arguably was one of the biggest movie stars in the world at the time, had already done Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves, and The Bodyguard, and once he got attached, and then Universal got attached, the budget ballooned up to, originally was going to be $100 million. And it went from $100 million, and by the middle of 1994, with the production delays, it jumped up to $135 million. And then the estimated final cost was $175 million budget,
Jeez.
which in 1995, if you add it for inflation, is $369 million.
Damn.
So the original estimates of doing it for $5 million on the water, a little short.
Yeah.
A little short. But anyways, yeah, this movie is about a unnamed drifting mariner who they just call Mariner, played by Kevin Costner, in a world that is set after the polar ice caps have melted. And the intro to this movie feels like the intro to a trailer for the movie.
Yeah.
Because it says, in the future,
Yeah.
the polar ice caps have melted and the world is now completely underwater.
Yeah.
And you're like, it's the best they could have done.
Well, they had that huge budget. I bet they just slapped that on at the end.
Yeah, and the other funny thing too is if like estimates are if both the polar ice caps did completely melt, the water level would rise about 27 feet.
Jesus.
So it wouldn't be the world. It wouldn't be Mount Everest would be the only thing poking out. It would be quite a bit lower than that. So. But anyways, so that's kind of the story. And then the Jean Triplehorn, whose character's name is Helen, after Helen of Troy, joins his group. And then the character of Enola joins as well. She's not her daughter, but she basically is tasked with taking care of her. And they are in the search for dry land. That's the story. That's it.
Yeah.
And there's roaming gangs of bandits, basically headed by the great Dennis Hopper in a really fun role. As Joseph said, bald Dennis Hopper. So that's kind of the story of Waterworld. And since we're talking about post-apocalyptic dystopia July, we did, what was last week? 28 weeks later.
Yeah.
We got this one, and this is my pick. I really like this movie. I think it's a very fun encapsulation of like what the 90s was like in filmmaking. And also an interesting look at how Hollywood is kind of a beast on its own, and a project takes on its own sort of... it becomes its own monster at some point. Also, specifically when you have somebody who is as much of a blowhard as Kevin Costner in the lead role, trying to become the boss of the entire show.
Yeah.
So, anyways, that's kind of my thoughts on it. Tyler, have you seen this before?
I want to say I have, but I'm just gonna say no, I haven't.
Okay, so not of any, no memory of seeing it before.
Not really.
All right. How'd you like it?
I mean, it's so hard to quantify if I liked it or not. Because I felt like the story did not justify the cost of this movie.
Okay.
Not to say that's a detriment to the quality of the performances and everything. I didn't hate it, but I certainly didn't fall in love with it. I think though it was pretty hokey acting. I don't know. It was okay. It was just an okay.
Hokey acting, just okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
How'd you feel about the world building?
I mean, I just, it's weird. I just didn't care for it. There wasn't, I think, well, I only watched the theatrical cut. Like, I know that there's like some extended cut out there that goes more in depth of the universe that is Waterworld. So in the theatrical cut, it's I don't know, it's a paradoxical feeling of it feeling like bare bones to like, this is a world that I would be interested in seeing more.
Mm-hmm.
But it's a very, very simple plot. And I think the Mariner is the movie tries to make him a badass, but he's just a scumbag. He's not that badass. He's just a crazy dude who's been out in the ocean. Oh, and
isn't that kind of a badass though that can survive out there forever? Basically?
Well, he has gills. He has a leg up. He has a leg up.
Still, even if you had gills, do you think you could survive out in the ocean?
Hell yeah,
with those creatures.
Yeah. I'm pretty. Well, actually, probably not. But I would like to have gills though. That would be cool.
Imagine how good of a water polo player you'd be.
Oh yeah, and the web feet too. I'd be slicing through that water like butter.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know. I just it's such. I went into this movie thinking I wasn't gonna like it. I came out of this movie having not liked it, but it definitely feels 90s. I can say that. It's unapologetic 90s movie. It's okay.
All right. Let's read Joseph's review.
Oh.
All right. So Joseph wrote in, and he's off in places unknown.
He's directing a music video for Michael McDonald.
Michael McDonald. I don't know if it's Michael McDonald, but he's definitely working on a project.
Or is it Billy Ocean? I can't remember.
Okay, so here's Joseph's review. All right. He says he watched this on the 8th, which was Tuesday. All right. I think this is my third time watching this in its entirety. My first viewing, I probably didn't think much of it. Not good, not bad, just an okay movie. Mm-hmm. My second viewing of it was probably me walking around going, oh, it's underrated and it didn't flop because it was bad. It only flopped because it had to rebuild the set so many times. Otherwise, it might have been a hit. It's just like Mad Max on the water. And I've quoted this movie several times, but indirectly, because in The Cable Guy, Ernie Douglas, a.k.a. Chip, quotes it incorrectly and says, "Dry land is not a myth. I've seen it." At least the quote isn't in the version that I watched. So now I'm on to what I'm calling my official third viewing of this version of the movie. And I'm assuming I've watched the same version all 3 times. I can confidently say that this is just bad. It's boring.
Wow.
It's poorly written, poorly paced, and poorly acted. Mainly from Costner and young Deb. The Angelino or whatever. Yeah, whatever
Deb.
It is. Enola, the character of Enola. After the initial invasion of that atoll from Hopper's gang, it takes what feels like an hour for anything to happen. We're just kind of floating on the water, and Fishman is just being an annoying asshole because he's got 2 additional mouths to feed, even though they, A, saved his life from what looks like the dip from Roger Rabbit, and B, they helped him escape. And going back to when he's in prison because he's a mutant, we're given no context what mutants are, that mutants are a thing, and that they're treated like witches in this flooded world. You'd think that someone who can breathe underwater would be looked at as a god here because of how useful they could be. The good of this movie comes from the production design, makeup, and wardrobe. It really does feel like it's lived in, but everything else is just bleh. 2 for 2 with Costner being in a boring-ass movie. First was Robin Hood, and now Waterworld. I give it a C-.
Oh.
So that's Joseph's take on it. What does the class think about it? If anybody's in the live chat right now, chime off in the comments and tell us what you think about Waterworld. What I think about Waterworld is that a lot of the goodwill that I give towards this movie is because of the production design.
Yeah.
And I think that it's something that really can't be overstated how important for a movie like this it is, because it does feel like it's on the water. And they shot this
on the water.
Some of it was in a tank. Some of it was on the ocean right off the coast of Hawaii. and some of it, like the big tanker, Dennis Hopper's like Rebel tanker or whatever, that was a giant. They built 2 versions of that, but one of them was just built in Pasadena in like an empty parking lot, and they covered the lot with a blue screen. And it looks legit. It looks like the whole thing looks like it's shot out on the ocean.
Yeah.
And you believe it. And you see his catamaran or whatever that giant boat that he has is. He's got like that egg beater style windmill thing on it to generate, movement or whatever. And it's like, they don't really sit and expound on that. There's no backstory about how he built it. There's no, you just see it in action.
Yeah.
And that was actually a movable vessel too. They actually sailed that on the open ocean.
Wow.
Plus it's a prop for the movie. It's like, that's phenomenal. And then there's the set of the atoll that's out there. This like circular water city.
Yeah.
And I don't know if that's what sank into the ocean, but a big chunk of the set was, and it was all built off-site and then transported and then floated out to where they needed it, anchored down, and then they shot the whatever. And it's like it's like a more giant version of the Deep Blue Sea scientific research set.
Yeah,
because that's like a big circular piece where people can walk around on, and then everything's underwater for that. But that's a really lived-in set as well. It looks like something that you would see in like the Super Mario Brothers movie. Feels like that downstairs under the ground Dinotopia or whatever.
Yeah,
Dino Hatton. What do they call it?
I don't know. I don't
like
remember.
It was like Manhattan, Dinosaur Hatton, or anyways. That looks like a pretty well established sort of world, but it's just this one little tiny kind of piece, and then some small rooms. In this one, there's a lot there.
Yeah,
there's a bartering system. There's like a government structure. There's elders. You can see that the uniforms or the costumes of the religious folk have those like mesh, like wide brimmed hats.
Yeah,
and they're the ones that are postulating about how the great creator brought the water and created man and created fish, and never the two should meet. And that's why they're against the freak. And I don't know if the version that you and Joseph watched would you watch on Peacock?
No, I watched it on this website.
Oh God.
Yeah. It's like a VHS like archive website. It was pretty cool actually. I'm glad I watched it that way because I'm gonna go to that website.
Your computer's running real slow now. A lot of weird pop-ups.
Yeah. No, that aspect did not show in the theatrical cut where priests are saying no one can fuck fish.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, there is a number of different cuts of the movie. So it's kind of hard because that's the other thing that I know about this is that I've watched the theatrical cut and it's kind of a mess, and a lot of the stuff doesn't make sense, like Joseph was talking about.
Yeah.
And then I've watched the Ulysses cut, which is what I watched for this, which is, I thought it was a 4K release, but it's not. It's through Arrow Video. It's a Blu-ray. It's not quite a 4K.
Why do they call it the Ulysses cut?
Ulysses
cut.
So did the version that you watched, did she talk about the story about the man that was set it to float out to sea once they hit dry land?
Nope.
So like right before he takes off again?
Nope.
What does their whole interaction look like when he's basically ready to sail away and she doesn't want him to go? What does she say to him?
I don't remember. I know there wasn't.
You watched it this morning.
I know. I don't remember.
How did you not remember?
It was that forgettable.
Okay.
No, when she gets on the boat, she's like, I think all she says is like, take me, like, you're taking me with you. And he just says, sure. Just like how she
goes on with him?
Yeah. After it's like the whole escape scene is pretty straightforward. Like
No. At the very end, after they reach dry land.
Oh.
And then Kevin Costner, the mariner's getting ready to shove off again. He's going to leave them on dry land.
Oh, yeah, I think so.
Okay. So she tells a story about Ulysses, who's basically was set afloat. He's like an old tale about a man that was set afloat, and the gods took pity on him and eventually allowed winds to blow him back to land or whatever. So he's Ulysses in this. She's basically giving him a name, because he doesn't have a name through this whole thing.
Yeah.
So I don't know how much of it was cut out, but I know the version I watched was 2 hours and 52 minutes long. It's fucking long.
Jeez.
So a lot of that stuff got cut out for the theatrical release because who the fuck wants to watch a 3 hour version of Waterworld.
Yeah.
Apparently I do because I watched it twice now. And I watched it. And the arrow restoration of it is really good. It looks so good.
Yeah.
And sometimes when you see these restorations of kind of old cheesy movies, it loses some of the zhuzh because it's almost too crisp. And you see like how shitty the sets look and stuff.
Yeah.
Not here.
Okay.
All the costumes still look phenomenal. There's one prop piece when they're in the atoll and you see that shark hanging and like the rib cages out. It's like, that looks like a fucking set from the Flintstones movie with John Goodman. It looks really cheesy and hokey. Other than that, though, everything else holds up in that version. But anyways, yeah, what I was saying is the lived-in feel of this future, this like micro society, microcosm of the world within that atoll. And then there's also other little systems, like he comes across a drifter and they say something like, you know the rules. When two drifters meet, something must be exchanged. And I'm like, I don't know much more than that, but it made me start thinking about what purpose that would be. He says, I've seen that boat before, but I've never seen you before. So it kind of means that he thinks that he killed the person and took their boat. And there's just a lot to love about that aspect of it. But is objectively, there is some really big lulls and drags in the story.
Yeah.
And I don't necessarily think the writing was bad. It's just that they could have built a lot more. Like, there's an inciting incident. He comes into the atoll. He gets captured. He gets basically put into the box and onto the sludge, the dip that Joseph was talking about.
I thought it was sewage.
Yeah, I think so. It's some sort of. I think it was some sort of like algae basin. They escape. Actually, they get attacked by Dennis Hopper's crew gang of guys, and then he breaks out, and a bunch of nothing happens out there for a while. You're basically just learning what his life is like and learning how much of a prick he is to these people that he probably should be nice to. And then nothing. And then the girl gets captured because they go to that flotsam and they see the guys out there that are supposed to be traitors, but they're all dead. They're doing the wave thing.
Yeah, that was pretty clever.
Yeah, I like that.
It's really gruesome.
And then they're on the oil tanker ship.
Yeah.
And then some shit happens there. They escape and they go to dry land. It's like there could be some more. I don't know if it's like set pieces, or I don't know what you want to call it, but like impactful scenes where something happens that drives the story forward.
Yeah, it seemed like the story was being driven forward because it had to be driven forward, not for the sake of it being a compelling story.
Yeah.
I guess that's what I thought I was trying to formulate in my head.
Sure. Well, but I will say that like going underwater and seeing the underwater cities and stuff, that was really cool.
That was cool.
Taking her down, I was like, oh shit, it's like the abyss.
Yeah.
And I like that a lot, but they really rushes through some stuff that makes it more interesting. Like they could have spent more time in the atoll, more time seeing what that city is, the culture or whatever. Like immediately he goes, and then immediately he leaves, and then they pull his ear back, and then that's over.
Yeah, I didn't think about that, how fast that place was.
They spent so much money on that set.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, you'd think they'd try to get more of the movie in there.
Yeah. So anyways, watching it this time, I think it lost some of its fastball, but because I watched it when I bought the Arrow release last year or maybe the year before, and just fucking loved it. Yeah. It was great. Not a perfect movie, but just a lot of fun.
Sure.
Now I could admit that it's not a great movie, but it does have a great set, but I still love it. I still like it despite its flaws. And I think the story behind the production of the movie is a little bit more interesting than the actual movie itself. And just seeing what it takes to build a set like that and build a world like that it makes it compelling. So even if it's not like something that should win an Oscar for writing or acting performances or really much of anything except for production design and set costume design and stuff.
Yeah.
Even if it shouldn't win for that, I still think this is one of like a phenomenal reference point for the 90s.
Yeah.
For like what Hollywood was like in the 90s. And Kevin Costner himself, because he's still a mainstay in Hollywood today. He made the Horizon movie and is going to be supposedly making the second and third one. He's like the guy from Yellowstone and all that shit.
Yeah.
So he's still out there kicking and making his own shit.
Yeah. He was like a heartthrob to a lot of middle-aged women.
Yeah.
Still is to this day.
Yeah. Him and Tom Skerritt.
All those like MAGA women love that Yellowstone show.
Yeah, but you don't have to be MAGA to like Kevin Costner.
Well, you should do a poll and see how many people support that movement who then watched Yellowstone.
I'm not talking about Yellowstone. I'm just talking about Kevin Costner. But anyway, so yeah, that's my take on it. I still love it a lot.
Yeah.
And it is I don't know if this would be considered, maybe this is a guilty pleasure.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Do you feel guilty about it though?
I mean, I don't really feel guilty about anything.
Do you feel ashamed like when you bring up that, yeah, I like Waterworld?
No.
I always see, then it's not a guilty pleasure. I always found it funny when people say, oh, this song's a guilty pleasure of mine. It's like, okay, so you're ashamed of it? Like, so if you told someone this was your favorite song, like you would
feel shame for that. Like you wouldn't want people to find that out.
Yeah.
Here you are offering it up.
Like the phrase guilty pleasure implies it's a secret shame. So why are you telling someone?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm like, if I probably wouldn't admit if I was a fervent listener of Chapel Roan, but maybe I would. I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. No one should be ashamed for liking art.
Well, Insane Clown Posse though.
Hey, Insane Clown Posse is pretty good.
What's your favorite album? And why is it Great Malenko?
Yeah, yeah. It's the only album I've listened to, though. So I'm not a fan of them. I just don't think they're bad. I think Juggalos get a bad rap.
I don't know. I think they get an appropriate rap. Juggalos are like a gang.
No, they're not.
Yes, they are.
They're just rabid fans of a rap duo.
What I'm saying, not that they're doing things that gangs do, a little bit, but you can be accepted as a juggalo just as quickly as you can be accepted into a gang. Like if you have no family and you have like no friends and you need to find a place in the world, and the juggalos will open you with open arms. You just have to drink malt liquor and Faygo and be down for the clown.
Dress appropriately.
Just appropriately. Face makeup.
Yeah, face makeup and trip pants.
Yes, and be able to be disgusting for some reason.
I mean, is there... is Waterworld like a regarded movie like within the general public? Like I always thought it was under the impression that it was a disappointment. I never thought it was. I knew that the story behind making it is significant.
I think it's a spectacle.
Okay,
probably because of the budget. Heather says, "I like Waterworld, but it needs cutting down. Too much. Hey, look, it's Kevin Costner. And not enough. Check out this story and interesting premise and setting." Totally agree.
Yeah.
Totally agree. I mean, Costner's head is fucking way too big for this movie.
Yeah.
And did you read up any of the trivia about this?
No, I did not.
So Kevin Reynolds, the director, vowed to never work with Costner again after Prince of Thieves.
That's not good.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Then so he goes back to him?
And then one of their producer friends basically locked them in a room together in a hotel and said, "You're not leaving until you become pals." And then they did. And then they agreed to do the movie together. So at some point near the end of production, Reynolds left the production because he was tired of Costner trying to take over the set.
Was he just being like a prima donna or
he fired the composer without telling anybody, the original composer, and then basically
actors can do that.
Costner could. Costner was big shit back then, but and then he hired James Newton Howard, which objectively good choice. James Newton Howard, great. He also there were rewrites on the script, and at some point. Costner injected his own input into the script and basically said, "No one's allowed to change that. Like, I get final say on this."
What was it?
The script?
Yeah. What did he change?
Oh, I don't know.
Oh,
they don't go into specifics.
There's a key point.
No, like probably most of the script. He's just like, "No, we're not. We're not going to say that. I'm going to say this." And he's just people are like, "Okay, he's the boss, I guess."
What a jackass!
Imagine Tom Cruise saying that. He's like, he's the biggest movie star on the planet. If he wants to do it, and he's like, "Do this or I walk." We're like, all right, I guess we're doing that.
Yeah, you're kind of stuck within a rock and a hard place because they can walk. Like they don't.
Correct.
Like they have the money to do that. So it's kind of like, God damn it.
Yeah, so
Come on, Kevin.
I know. Come on, fucking Kevin. So there's that, and it started out as one writer. Eventually, the studio just said we need a new voice for this. We fired that guy, hired the new second writer. They got dual credits for it, but ultimately, Kevin Reynolds didn't even finish the movie because of Kevin Costner.
But I thought they were pals.
Not after this. They were friends, and then they left, and then they were friends again, and then they left again.
Man.
There's all kinds of interesting trivia. Gene Triplehorn and Tina Majorino both almost drowned on their first day of filming.
Jeez.
Yeah, they were on a trimaran, which is that's basically Kevin Costner's boat. Yeah. They called it a trimaran. It sank, and it was dragging them behind it. Yeah. The cost of the floating atoll set was 1,000. It was 1,000 tons, and it was a quarter of a mile in length, and it cost $22 million to produce.
I feel like that's not that much. I feel like based on how it looks like it should be more. But I guess you have to adjust for inflation.
That's about $46 million today.
Okay, that sounds about
right. Yeah,
right.
that's about right. At the beginning of the movie, when he's talking to one of the drifters and he calls out in a different language that's not subtitled.
Oh, yeah.
He's actually speaking Hindi.
Oh.
In that, which I thought is interesting.
Because the guy said it was like
his own language.
It was his own, like, Portugreek, I think.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's what the subtitle said. It said Portugreek on it.
Kevin Reynolds, the director, reached out to Steven Spielberg and asked him basically for help. And he's like, hey, we're going to make this movie. I know you made Jaws 20 years prior to this. Give us some tips. And Spielberg said, I have one bit of advice for you. Don't make the movie.
I knew he was going to say that. I was thinking that in my head.
Do not shoot on the water.
It's like, don't.
Yeah, Jaws originally had a production schedule of 55 days, almost 2 months. It took 155 days to shoot it.
My God.
It tripled the length of their budget because it was so hard to shoot on the water.
Yeah.
And the animatronics would malfunction in the water, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So Heather says, she says, I really love a good Dennis Hoppering all over the place. Yeah, 100%.
Dennis Hoppering.
He's great in this. I mean, I love Dennis Hopper.
Yeah.
And then she says, the movie Waterworld was a laughingstock failure at its initial release.
Oh, okay.
So
I had a sneaking suspicion that was the case.
Yeah. So originally the budget was estimated about $175 million.
Yeah.
And opening weekend it made $21 million.
Ooh.
Still number one for that weekend.
Oh.
But $21 million.
Yeah.
Ultimately, let's see here. Domestic all-time rankings. So it made... Well, it was cost $175 million. I think it didn't make its money back. I think it barely hit that. It barely cracked the 200 million mark after factoring in
marketing and stuff.
No, the domestic and international, because it was a big international hit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, big, quote unquote big. So it made more than the production budget, but after advertising and everything, it was still a loss. Only after home video release and TV licensing to be able to show it on movie channels on television or cable or whatever, then it eventually made its money back.
Man.
I feel like this was always in rotation on like Showtime or HBO or whatever.
Yeah, they're just like, just keep playing it. We need to make this money back.
Heather says Portugreek is later. The first trader is speaking Hindi.
Oh.
And it even says it in Hindi in subtitles, which is hilarious. Oh, it's good. I didn't know that. Mine didn't have subtitles. So, okay, what interesting trivia we got here. The alternate versions. So, the ABC television version restores about 40 minutes of the material that Universal Pictures and Costner cut from the original release against the will of Kevin Reynolds originally. It explains more clearly the relationship between the Mariner and Helen and the secret behind the original or the origin of dry land. One noticeable difference between the theatrical cut and the extended cut is in the opening scene where Costner is urinating in the bottom of the boat. In the theatrical version of the film, you actually see the stream of urine between his legs as the camera pans down to the bottle. The extended cut of the film, camera pans down his legs, but the flow of urine has been edited out for television.
That doesn't make sense.
Hey, you can't piss in a bottle on TV.
That's ridiculous.
Another difference between the theatrical and the extended cut is where Dennis Hopper's character gets his first look at the new eyeball in the mirror. In the theatrical version, he says it looks like shit. In the extended version, the repeated use of the word shit in the scene is replaced with the word slime.
It looks like slime.
Also, there's 2 fan edits of the version. One is called Waterworld, the Ulysses cut. It's from the cut scene at the end between Helen and the mirror. Okay, so yeah, that was cut. And the other one's called the Ulysses Cut Revised Edition, which adds back even more of the cut scenes that were not included in the theatrical version. The extended version clocks in at 2 hours and 57 minutes. I think that's the one I watched. Mm-hmm. There's all kinds of changes it outlines here. But I think that it's, besides the fact that it's fucking long, it does make more sense. And there is some interesting stuff that they added back in.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying initially. It's like, it's a world that I'm interested in, but it just doesn't really stay in the world. It's kind of like a small world ride, mm-hmm. where like you're just going, like you're seeing all these like interesting things happening as you're going along, but it just passes by you. Like you don't like the atoll. Mm-hmm. I wanted to stay there because it looked really cool. Like just like a shack city on the water. Like mm-hmm. that's pretty awesome. Yeah. The smokers were probably my least favorite of the aspect of the movie.
You didn't like Dennis Hopper's gang?
No, I didn't. I think they were just like, it was just really cheesy.
Oops, sorry.
No.
Didn't like the smokers.
No, I thought
they were fun.
I knew that there needed to be an antagonist for this movie, but it would have been a lot more interesting that if the conflict was surviving on the water or the perils of finding dry land rather. And yeah, you could probably put in bandits in there, but for them to be like the main bad and the focus of the movie, I don't know. Like I don't
think Dennis Hopper's a charismatic villain?
I think he is. I'm not saying his performance was bad, but it's just the idea of the smokers. I was just kind of like, it was just kind of an annoying trope. But one good thing I'll say about the plot of the smokers trying to find that little girl because she has a map tattooed on her back, which I was also curious about too. Was she like part of like some dryland cult or something? And then
no, her parents were on the edge of death, and they tattooed the map to dry land and set her adrift so she could hopefully find humans.
Where did they get the tattoo gun?
Stick and poke.
That was a big tattoo. That would have taken forever, and they're on death's door.
That's all they have energy left to do.
Oh god. But that was a cool idea of having the map to dry land tattooed on a small child's back. I mean, the pain that she must have felt, because I've heard back tattoos are painful. And being a child,
I would think the back tattoo is the best place to get a tattoo.
No, people
hurt
think
the most.
No, people think it's painful.
Really?
Yeah, my ex's dad, he got a back tattoo, and he said it was the most painful thing in his life, as tattoo wise goes.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I figured armpit would be the most painful one.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Joseph has the most tattoos out of all of us, so we should ask him which one hurt the most.
I think he said inner thigh, where the lighthouse is. Yeah, Thomas Wake tattoo is.
Yeah. I mean, I think I did laugh at Kevin Costner's acting, especially once they leave Atoll, and he's just like threatening to kill the girl, but wants to keep the older woman because we don't know why.
Okay.
And but do we know why? Because she offers her body to him in exchange to not kill the child, and then he just walks away from that. How can you walk away from that?
What would you say?
I would have been yes and let's go.
You realize that she's doing this under duress, and you're still on board.
God, man, I keep digging myself deeper and deeper.
That's only because of the way that you are and the things you say.
But well, I mean, okay, so maybe me personally, I wouldn't do it, but like as for the
as the mariner, I would absolutely rape her.
But as for Kevin Costner's character, he should have taken her to town. He was already he was willing to kill a child. What?
How much of that do you think is real, though? I think most of it was just him bluffing.
You think?
Yeah.
But she says she doesn't bluff.
Yeah, but he also says he killed little girls, and I doubt that's true either.
Can you imagine a flashback scene of him murdering children?
He's that generation's Anakin.
Yeah. Yeah.
It was only like a few years before the prequels came out.
I mean, I guess I could see that it was a bluff and he's like trying not to get emotionally attached due to the nature of his lifestyle. But I mean,
he had enough.
There's an air
He's
of
a
danger
fish.
to him.
He's a fish man. He could swim down and get more food, which he did. He could just
Maybe he has a fish wife. And
wait
that's
for
why.
it. He doesn't want to cheat on his fish wife.
Yeah.
Speaking of fish, there's two famous box office bombs. Ishtar, huge budget, made no money.
Never even heard of that movie.
And Heaven's Gate, another one that would just like ballooned way out of control, and they gave the director like no limits on what he could do, and it just completely bombed. Huge budget and then bombed.
Oh.
So knowing that Ishtar and Heaven's Gate, this was colloquially known at the time as Fishtar and Kevin's Gate.
Kevin's Gate.
Yeah. Because everybody knew as Kevin Costner was the reason why he got so big, number one, and then two, that he was a prick on set and basically fucked the production.
Jeez.
Yeah, so here's more trivia. Largely due to the input of several big parties, including the production company, Universal Studios, and Kevin Costner, the script underwent 36 different drafts, involved a total of 6 different writers, and Peter Rader had already written 7 drafts before he was replaced, and the script was constantly being written during film, also by Kevin Costner himself. Costner spent $22 million of his own money to finish it being made.
He's like, I'm not going to let this die.
Yeah. The little girl was nicknamed Jellyfish Candy by the crew after she was stung 3 different times during production. Damn. Stay away from the jellyfish. The production had to be shut down 3 separate times for hurricane warnings.
Oh.
And although the exact year the film takes place is never mentioned, the production designer Dennis Gassner suggested it was set in 2500.
Yeah.
This is mentioned by Janine Poroy's The Making of Waterworld, published by Boulevard Books in 95.
2,500.
2,500.
Humans are still existing?
Barely. And I know listener Joel, he likes to watch just like future movies on the year that they come out. So we'll be dead and gone by that, Joel. Sorry.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Sorry.
Isn't there? Oh, yeah. I saw on the cinematics page that the movie Doom starring The Rock, that movie's coming out. Or
it takes place this year.
Is it this year or next year? I thought it was,
maybe it's next year.
Yeah. I saw that. I thought that was interesting.
Heather's in the chat. She says, Ishtar is delightful. It did not deserve to bomb. Lots of interesting stuff about the industry and foolishness around the industry and industry chatter that helped pull it down. And yes, I saw it in theaters. Nice. Ishtar. I don't know anything about it besides
never
that
heard of it. Yeah, it's wow. I didn't realize how much of a pill Kevin Costner was on set, constantly running the show. But I mean, he did spend $22 million of his own money.
Elaine May directed Ishtar. I didn't know that. Interesting. She's still around. Warren Beatty, Dustin Hoffman, Isabel Adjani, Charles Grodin, Carol Kane. Synopsis: 2 terrible lounge singers get booked to play a gig in a Moroccan hotel, but somehow become pawns in an international power play between the CIA and the Emir of Ishtar, and the rebels trying to overthrow his regime.
Oh, I thought this took place on the water.
No, it's in the middle of the Moroccan desert.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll watch Ishtar one day.
Ishtar.
Any other things you wanted to throw out there?
Well, probably my most favorite scene of them all is where the mariner drops the flare into the oil.
That was delightful.
And the old guy is like, "Oh, thank God!" I was howling in my house. Like that was that. If anything, watched the movie Waterworld for that scene. I felt bad for that old guy. He's just living in oil.
He's like just floating around down there.
Just like a skeleton of a man. Oh man. And what's really weird that kind of caught me off guard was them rowing the tanker boat.
Mm-hmm.
They have all that oil there. Like, why can't they just?
They don't want to waste it.
Well, what are they going to use the oil for if
The
they're
jet
not
ski.
using it? For the jet skis.
For the jet skis. Oh, speaking of jet skis, Costner's stunt double was a professional surfer, and he stayed on dry land. Obviously, everybody stayed on dry land, and in order to get to work, he would commute by jet ski. He would just zoom over to the set on a jet ski.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's so cool. I would have been like one of those, like, you know, people on set and be like, oh, there he goes.
The film had a tie-in video game released on the Nintendo Virtual Boy.
No way.
Although it sold poorly due to the system being considered a commercial failure, this is the only game released on the Virtual Boy based on a feature film. That's good. That's good trivia.
Yeah.
Also, they parodied it in The Simpsons. Did you see that episode? It's Milhouse they're at the arcade, and Milhouse goes playing Waterworld, the video game.
Oh yeah, and it takes him like 20 quarters.
It's I want to say it's 20 quarters, and he puts it in. He goes, "This better be good." And he walks 3 steps, and it says, "You have died. Please enter 20 more quarters."
Yeah.
He goes, "Oh man!" And he starts putting the quarters in.
That's kind of funny. That now it kind of all makes sense when you factor in how much it costs to make the movie.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, that's great.
Let's see here. Universal had one of their logo gimmicks. Universal is famous for that, where they'll take their intro logo of the world and do something interesting with it to start the movie. And this is where you see the water level rise.
Oh yeah,
that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like it when they do that with Universal movies. It's pretty interesting.
Let's see what other. I know I read some more interesting one. Jean Triplehorn said she couldn't go near a swimming pool for months after completing the shoot. Costner was trained by an Olympic swim champion for his underwater swimming scenes, and by Laird Hamilton, the famous big wade rider, was Costner's stunt double for scenes. Okay, that was Laird Hamilton.
But why? What? He didn't know how to swim or something?
No, like acting underwater, like how to hold your position in water when you're completely submerged, I think is different than just being able to swim. If you played water polo or like water sports, it doesn't seem like it's a big deal, but
I guess if
you're a grown-ass adult who's never spent time like 100% underwater or doing underwater training, it could be...
I guess I could see that,
yeah. The entire slaver faction was written out when the set was destroyed. Oh, interesting. So there's a whole set that's gone. We didn't see on screen. Gene Hackman, James Caan, and Gary Oldman all turned down the role of the Deacon. Interesting. Also, Sam Jackson too. Also turned that down.
Yeah, I'm not surprised.
Ooh, Anna Paquin was the first choice for Enola.
Oh, that would have been good. She's also a Vision.
Yeah, that's the little girl playing the little girl.
Oh, Enola. Oh,
Jesus
I thought.
Christ.
Sorry. No,
Tyler.
I didn't mean to. I thought.
I didn't mean to.
I thought it was.
She would have been 7 at the time.
I thought it was the adult Anna Paquin, not the child.
The character was the 5-year-old.
Yeah, no, I didn't mean to say that.
Cancelled.
Damn it.
Let's see what else. Enola, the name itself backwards is alone. She's alone because her family's gone, and also she's named after the Enola Gay, one of the planes that dropped the bomb.
No,
one of the bombs.
Fitting.
Yes. So it never says exactly why the polar caps melted, but it doesn't matter.
I would assume because of climate change.
I mean, that's what we think now. 95. I don't know if they thought that.
They were talking about like the ozone layer like being stripped away in the 90s. So
That's true.
I think it was
Probably why the ozone's back now, because
it's back.
Yeah.
Okay.
The hole's gone.
I
you know that?
I didn't know it could regenerate.
I saw this post on Twitter or something where it's like, did you notice how we used to talk about the ozone layer having a hole in it for all this time, and then now all of a sudden it's just no one ever talks about it, and there's someone's like, yeah, because we banned all the chemicals that were destroying it, and it actually healed itself, and it fucking worked. Science worked for once.
Yeah. I didn't know the ozone layer could regenerate, but that's good news.
Yeah, it's like a scab.
That's good news.
All right, you want to grade this thing? Joseph already gave his grade C-.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm gonna go with Joseph's grade as well, C-.
C-.
Actually, I take it back. I'll go with a solid C, purely purely based on the set design in the costume design and the makeup that really tied the movie together. So I'll go with a solid C.
That rug really tied the room together.
Yeah, I didn't realize Kevin Costner was such a jackass on set. I didn't know that about him, but I mean, it makes sense.
I'm gonna Google, is Kevin Costner a jackass? No. Kevin Costner is not a jackass in the sense of the MTV show. While there have been some reports of him being perceived as difficult or demanding, particularly in his professional life, there's no indication he's involved with the Jackass franchise or shares their brand of humor or behavior. Oh, thank you, AI.
Yeah. Well, solid C.
right.
It was all right.
I'm gonna give it a B. I give it's a solid B. I'll go B plus. Yeah, B
Wow,
plus.
that's high grade.
I could admit it's not a great movie, but you have to give credit where credit's due. The world building is phenomenal.
Yeah.
And just thinking about the immense undertaking that it would actually do to physically produce this movie.
Yeah.
With all the big name actors too.
Mm-hmm.
Gene Triplehorn was hot at the time. Kevin Costner obviously huge at the time. Fucking Dennis Hopper.
Yeah, legend.
Yeah, he's a legend.
Yeah.
And they're putting these people through the fucking ringer to make this shitty movie.
I wonder if people have PTSD from making this movie.
Probably not as much as The Abyss or Titanic, you know.
Yeah.
But anyways, I still think this is I still love the movie, even though I don't think it's a great movie. I still love the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of room for improvement, but fuck, for 95, they did the best they could, and we got something that I think will be thought about for generations, if not anything else, just for the box office failure that it was.
Right.
So I think that the fact that most movies, they thrive on having control over the environment, and they're removing all of that control for this movie is just a huge challenge in itself.
Yeah.
And I would imagine that people probably say in the movie production world, they're like, we're not doing that. We're not going to have another Waterworld. You know what I mean?
We're not, no more Waterworlds.
Yeah, none of those. So anyway, so that's my review or my grade. C minus, C, and B plus.
Yep.
All right. And Joseph said he hated Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. I fucking love that movie. But so that's where I'm coming from.
Yeah.
Don't trust me because I have rose-colored glasses for movies from this era. Born in 86. Okay, what's next? We have your review is up.
Yeah.
Next, what's your movie again?
Well, I was gonna choose The Road because that's one of my favorite, but Pete insisted that
I begged him
not watch it.
I just really didn't want to expose myself to that fucking depressing ass movie again.
Yeah.
I promised I'd never watch it again.
Oh, jeez.
Because I'm like,
Yeah, it
God,
goes that-
not one redeeming bit to this. It's so fucking depressing.
Yeah, that's a McCormick story for you. So I went ahead and chose a movie that I've been interested in, and I think I saw it once. The Book of Eli, starring Denzel Washington.
Whoa.
I didn't know you've never seen it.
I mean, I swear I thought I did, but I know once I start watching it, it's going to be like, oh, I've never seen this movie before.
You're like, I think I did. But then I said that about Waterworld too.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm going to see if it's streaming anywhere. Yeah. It's on Prime.
Oh, cool. Nice.
Oh, wait, no, it's for rent. No, you just have to rent it. Damn it. Okay.
Let's see. Book of Eli. And yeah, this is Gary Oldman, Mila Kunis, Denzel Washington, Ray Stevenson. I like him. Jennifer Beals and Michael Gambon.
Yeah. I know, all I know about this movie is it's about this blind badass who has a Bible. And it's the name Book of Eli.
Yeah, he has like books. Well, let's see if I've got a synopsis here. Says a post-apocalyptic tale in which a lone man fights his way across America in order to protect a sacred book that holds the secrets to saving mankind. Yeah, like books got burned or something in the future, and there's not many of them left. And someone, I'm sure a lot of people had grief with God at the time, so they burned all the Bibles. So finding a Bible is like,
yeah,
forgive forgive the pun, but it's like the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
You know, so somebody finds out that he's got a Bible and they want to get it from him. And he doesn't want to give it up.
Yeah. And
It's kind of all you need to know.
pretty much. So
And somehow Mila Kunis is wearing makeup through the whole movie. In this post-apocalyptic disaster movie.
hey, they need their women to look pretty too.
Do you think the women just need makeup to look pretty?
Yes.
Is that what we're saying? All right. So I guess we'll watch that next week.
Yeah.
Joseph, will you be here for this?
Oh God. Oh God.
No, I think he's still gonna be shooting.
Yeah.
No, I want you to see you fuck.
No, we shall review Book of Eli. We won't be doing that.
Yeah.
So let's do that next week. Anything else, Tyler?
No, that's it.
Anything from the chat? Oh, Heather says that the tanker was the Exxon Valdez. I didn't know that. I didn't see that. That's so funny. So anyways, yeah, watch Book of Eli on Prime. Oh, it's not on Prime. Rent the Book of Eli. I think it's a very fun movie.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you could do much worse. I don't think it's Kino, but I think it's a lot of fun. Anything else, Tyler?
No.
Okay, so thank you to our cool ass yard duties over on Patreon. That's Ryan, Heather in the chat, Michael, and Chris. If you want to support us on the Patreon, you can do so at patreon.com/middleclassfilmclass or just watch on the YouTube and share with a friend. Right now, I've removed most of the monetization for all the videos because
Too many ads.
it's too many ads, yeah. So if we do some more like produced, edited videos, like new release reviews or sort of video essays or something like that, and we put something out that's not an hour long, one ad, I get that. That's fine. We got an hour-long thing and an ad every 5 minutes. It's 20 ads on the damn thing, right?
Yeah.
Something like that.
And we don't even see one dime.
It's crazy. Yeah. So, well, we see a dime.
Oh,
we see a dime.
a dime.
We see one dime. So I don't want to ruin that experience for the people who watch us religiously on the YouTube. But we still like to see the subscriber count go up. So if you have friends or family that you feel like they'd be into this, just share with them. It would mean a lot to us. So until next time. Thank you for joining us as we review Waterworld. Follow us next week as we review the Book of Eli for Post-Apocalyptic Dystopia July. Follow us on Facebook, facebook.com/MCFC podcast, and send us an email, mcfcpodcast@gmail.com.
And follow us on Instagram at Middle Class Film Class and on TikTok at Middle Class Film Class.
All right. We miss you, Joseph. We'll see you not next week, but the week after. And thanks for listening and thanks for watching. Bye.
See ya. I would have been yes and. Let's go.
Class dismissed.
I gotta get out of here.
The bell doesn't dismiss you. I dismiss you.
You're free to go.
See you next week.
See you later.
See you later.
That's a wrap.
Great show.